She-Hulk, Attorney of Law, Episode 4, titled, Is This Real Magic? This episode I found to be really well put together, and as the show has now finally found its groove, with the first couple of episodes, as much as I enjoyed it, you can kind of sense, like, guys, you've been mentioning this as a comedy, you've been mentioning this as like an appeal thing, come on, let's do this. And last week we had it, and it continues on that. And I thought, as I think most people did, we thought last week was the end of Wong. Like, see you Wong till like whenever the next time you show up, if it's Avengers, if it's Doctor Strange 3, whatever it is, see you then. But no! We got another extra Wong episode. As Jen said, this show has Twitter armor. Everyone's smiling because who doesn't like Wong? And I feel bad because he is watching The Sopranos, and then some chick drops out of the ceiling and says, "Oh, that's the episode when she died. I felt so sad. I was crying for days." He's like, "Go! You spoiled the show for me. Why? And the thing about it is just, I found have that running joke, and I thought it was kind of funny. Even though, because this whole episode mainly is around two things. One is that Jen is on Tinder, and she's trying to go on a date, but the problem is people want to date She-Hulk, not Jen. So she goes. It's the Tinder episode where she goes as She-Hulk on dates, and you have the poor guy. I don't care. You know what is probably the most unrealistic thing in the show? As much as we have Sorcerer Supremes and Bat Demons and all this kind of stuff, you know what might be the most unrealistic thing? That dude surviving that night. He basically, it's going to be on his death certificate, death by She-Hulk's vagina. That's going to be his doom. Because that dude's gone. That dude's dead. He's dead. It's just funny. When that happened, I'm like, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, he survived the night. I call bullshit on that. But anyway, so the episode is that it's you have a magician who does like the flowers and does the rabbits and does the smoke bombs and do all those type of things. But he also has a sling ring, and he uses it and sends a portal to a pole where Wong is. Wong finds out, and he's like, I need to sue this man. I need to sue. What's Buddy Blaze. I thought it was Johnny Blaze. Because I'm like, is this how they introduce Ghostwire? Okay, this is interesting. What my understanding, Johnny Blaze is a stunt guy. It's not a... I mean, I get the comics and the shows, the movies and the shows are the movies and the shows, but... Okay, it's quite different. Okay, go ahead with you. But no, it's like Bobby Blaze. I'm like, okay, different character. But Wong's like, this won't stand. He's milking. He is not a real magician. I am, as the Sorcerer Supreme. He needs to be sued for a example. And guess who he goes for? He goes to Jennifer. He goes to She-Hulk. And you're just like, this is funny. Because it's funny because you're seeing Wong in a courtroom. You're seeing Wong being in a courtroom whose lawyer is She-Hulk. It's just kind of like, there's a fun side of it. It's a funny side to it. Even though, if out of the blue, you have a witness, it doesn't matter if she's coming out of a portal, the only witness that you have is drunken off her ass if I was the offended, like, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know the criminal system, but if I was offending my client, all I would say is, that girl's drunk. Clearly, she had too many vodka years. Yeah, I was like, and I do like the girl character. Even she spoiling the Sopranos. I do love. I forgot the character's name, but the party girl character. I do like that. But yeah, and she's keep doing that and say, well, it was fun and then scary but fun, but scary and fun. Oh, great! Even the lawyer knows magic. Like, you got those jokes and all those moves, and I had a kick out of it. I really did enjoy this episode. The Tinder stuff. Look, if you're like, Tinder, you're doing the Tinder dating thing, a superhero thing. Oh, we thought the twerking was too much. First things first. It's meant to be a legal comedy show. So it makes sense in the nature of the show that She-Hulk would shake her booty along with Megan Thee Stallion. And this situation is her going on Tinder dates as She-Hulk. And it's probably not kidding, guys. And you can just easily tell that people are losing interest. She's not interesting. You can tell, like, the guys who are attracted to her are basically come down to, oh, we think you're hot, and it turns out I don't really care about your personality, I don't care you're smart, all that kind of stuff. I just care about your looks. And those are the type of guys that is attracted to her and who's attracted to him and to them, and showing how She-Hulk. And it's also interesting who is attracted to She-Hulk. You got one who's all about muscle and say, like, you know, I can lift that much and I don't have any superpowers. I'm like, okay, he's an asshole. You got the one who's like the artiste and say, I have a film in Sundance. That he's a lawyer. You're like, oh my god, okay, he's yeah, pretentious, yeah, okay, he's the unlikable pretentious guy. And then you got the nerd who's like, okay, if you want to mention that, hey, you're a fan of hers and that whole thing, cool. But then the moment you say, but do you have vibranium? I'm like, dude, you're one of us, guy. Dude, that's not how you do. You may mention it and then move on. You know, don't see the hero, see the person. Which Jen kind of wants to see, but apparently a lot of guys don't want to see it. But it's just, it's pretty funny. But here's the thing, I like the episode, and how the episode ends, I'm like, we'll say the things that we were saying like 2 years ago between Far From Home and No Way Home. Peter needs a lawyer. Peter needs a lawyer, and I'm wondering this is how a certain other lawyer pops up, because a lawyer can't lawyer themselves. Just gonna put it out there, that can't be a thing. So yeah, this is the episode.